Whether it's your first child or your fifth, having a newborn brings big changes to your household, and you probably have a lot of questions. That's exactly why we created the Sparks video series. Over the next 5 years, these videos will pair with each of your child's primary care visits. We hope this series sparks conversations between you and your child's healthcare provider, strengthens connections between you and your baby, and supports everyday ways you can promote your child's development and health. Eating and sleeping.
So what are some of the challenges been as far as being newborn parents?
One thing I didn't realize was like how much they sleep.
A lot of parents don't realize that newborns actually need more sleep time than awake time. In fact, it's 16 to 17 hours they need.
I need at least 5.
At birth, babies don't know the difference between day and night. While it's important to let your baby sleep frequently during the day and to make sure they're not overstimulated, a great way to help your baby begin to tell the difference is by making daytime fun, with lots of talking, singing, and eye contact, particularly during diaper changes and feedings. At nighttime, try to keep things quieter, with dimmer lights, less and softer talking, less eye contact, and no screens or other stimulation. Keep feedings and diaper changes brief and boring.
I was actually really surprised that when the baby's still a newborn, you have to wake him up in the middle of the night to feed him.
At this age, your baby should feed 8 to 12 times per 24 hours. Until they regain their birth weight, you may need to wake them up to feed. While feeding can feel like a full-time job with a sleepy newborn, there are some simple things you can try, like just picking up your baby or shifting their position, tickling the bottoms of their feet, rubbing the palm of their hand, blowing gently on their face, getting them undressed, or changing their diaper. If they fall asleep while eating, try shifting their position or burping them. In time, you'll come to recognize when your baby is hungry. Some common signs include
Putting their hands in their mouth, sucking or smacking their lips, or opening and closing their mouth repeatedly.
How do you know that they have had enough?
You can check their diapers. Typically, after the first few days of life, every newborn should have 4 to 8 wet diapers in 24 hours. As confusing and frustrating as feeding can seem, feeding can also be a really beautiful time to bond and connect.
It seemed like right after a feeding was kind of like the most special time.
And they're always looking at you and just like, you're, admiring you. And it kind of takes you back a little bit.
Yeah, it does. You're like,
I know.
Connecting with your newborn.
It can be challenging knowing how to connect with a newborn. They're small, they seem fragile, and all of this is new to the both of you. But building a relationship with your new baby is less complicated than it may seem. Things you're probably already doing, like talking with them and responding to their needs, can have lifelong positive impact. Right now, it's all about observing and just getting to know your baby. It's amazing how much brain growth occurs in the newborn period. Over 1 million new nerve connections are made every single second. And research shows that your relationship with your baby really helps build these connections in their brain. While they may not be able to see very far just yet, they know to look for your face when you speak and can see you when you hold them close. Your baby can already recognize familiar voices, which can soothe and comfort them in times of distress. Gentle singing, speaking, and reading to your baby are great ways to build your relationship. They're learning to know you by the way you pick them up, hold them, touch them, put them down, and spend time snuggled. Skin-to-skin contact releases oxytocin, which produces feelings of comfort, safety, and warmth in your baby and in you.
The Emotional Rollercoaster.
Parenting a newborn is stressful, even on a good day.
I definitely had baby blues with both of my girls.
You are on a hormonal roller coaster. You're sleep deprived in a way that you've probably never been sleep deprived.
And I wouldn't even say it's sadness necessarily, but just random moments where you're just like, I feel this thing really strongly and I'm not really sure why.
Many mothers experience these baby blues, but the adjustment to a new baby can cause complex emotions for any parent or caregiver.
Even if you have to work to have a baby and you've sacrificed a lot, and you're still gonna have a lot of the negative feelings also, and that's okay.
I had to
recognized what I was feeling and recognized that most of the time the feeling was helplessness, honestly. And then talk to my partner, let him know like I can't do this right now. Like I need you to step in.
It was really easy to get to sort of forget we were on the same team. Just be able to be like, I'm really feeling lost and afraid. Her being like, yeah, me too, same. And it really helped us feel a lot better about that.
If you notice that these feelings last for several days or more than 2 weeks without a break, you may be experiencing a more serious but treatable condition, such as postpartum depression or postpartum anxiety.
It's okay to talk to your doctor. It's okay to talk to your friends. And sometimes those people can help you realize that there's something going on.
Because I was a young parent, I felt that anytime that I needed help, it would be a sign that I wasn't prepared for this.
I try not to have regrets about those times, but my regret is being so hard on myself and not, kind of living more in the moment.
If you don't have the help in your house, there's always organizations or workshops out there, other parents that can definitely help.
No matter what you're feeling, it's good to remember that postpartum depression and anxiety are medical conditions, and there are many ways to help and recover.
Safety. Safe sleep.
For the first 6 to 12 months, it's safest for your baby to sleep in your room, but in their own sleep space. A crib or bassinet with a firm, flat surface. An empty crib is a safe crib. No blankets, no bears, no bottles, no bumpers. All they need is a tight-fitted sheet over the mattress. Your baby will be plenty warm in a sleep sack or footed pajamas. Babies should always be put to sleep on their backs until they learn to roll over on their own. Now is also a great time to check the batteries on your smoke detectors and make sure you have one in or near every bedroom and a carbon monoxide detector on every level of your home. Car seats, swings, and bouncers are not safe places for babies to sleep unattended. There are many different cultural practices around sleep. Talk to your doctor today if you have any questions about your baby's sleep situation.
Sleeping. Newborns need more sleep time than awake time. Keep feedings and diaper changes quiet and brief at night. Eating. Feed your baby about every 2 to 3 hours. Connecting. Cuddle skin to skin, talk, sing, and read to your baby. Safety. Safe sleep. Your baby is safest sleeping on their back in an empty crib or bassinet.
Beyond your child's health and development, your doctor is also here to help you find resources to support the wellness of your entire family. If you're worried about housing, food, discrimination, problems with drugs or alcohol, violence, or anything else we haven't had a chance to cover here, bring it up during your visit. These issues matter to your child's health, and if something is important to you, it's important to your doctor.